All right, y'all, we are back with another Diablo Immortal video, but in this one, let's talk about the massive patch notes that just came to the game. There's a lot to unpack here, so we're going to go through it as fast as we can, and some of it I might have to cover in a separate video tomorrow. So beat back the Withering Abyss. So this will be coming out tomorrow for Oceania, China, and East Asia, and then the 13th for everyone else. Wow, look at that codex, holy moly. So this is the sort of map, if you will. We're getting legendary gems, new realms, it looks like, Helliquary bosses, and then the new rune system. This is basically what we covered in yesterday's video with the leaks. It does confirm it, but it looks like there will be 20 different runes available at launch, and then the higher the rank, the more stats essentially you get from it. And then it looks like we'll be able to select more runes, or we'll be able to preview more runes that are available to come in game later on. Pretty cool. So you can combine to increase their power. A few runes can be combined to increase the level of that rune, but they must be the same type and level to be combined. So we're going to cover the rune system as a whole once they come out, when we get our hands on it. But honestly, this looks sick. So essentially you can upgrade the power by combining like ones, which feels very straightforward, and it's a natural progression to collect more, make it stronger sort of situation. Looks like you can also, this does confirm you can have some of the same ones equipped, because this one is doubled and so is that one. I think there's only the ones that are doubled. Yeah, so maybe they're only doubled because they're in those weapon slots. I don't know. And you can see that the two different options are rune socketing and rune synthesis. So it looks like this is just where you do it at the blacksmith. You can replace the rune, and then I don't know what rune synthesis is. Oh, that's this screen. Okay, that's convenient. So 20 new runes will arrive in the major update. All right. And then runes can appear as a rare drop through killing regular enemies, but it is said they are most abundant within the Abyssal Verge and the hellish castle of Iridan. Anyone who is thinking of the master of these items should seek these deadly challenges for a chance at earning potent power. Interesting. So it doesn't say if it's just giving us combat rating or just the stats. I'm assuming no combat rating with this. It's just going to be sheer stats, which I'm fine with. Survive the Terror Incarnate in the Abyssal Verge. This looks sick. This is a new game mode. In the next phase of Age of Unmaking, the Gathering Terror Incarnate in cycles and circles. Your war-weary band of warriors. Interesting. So upon entering the Abyssal Verge, a dark shadow begins to creep in, surrounding the entire area. This lethal presence will grow in size while you slay through the verge. Many capable wanderers have fallen prey to its encircling grasp before. Interesting. So it'll just circle around you. Expands outward from your entry. Okay. Slay demons as quickly as possible while terror incarnates creeps, seeking to strangle your every move. Survive the madness and defeat the final boss to win the day. Begin by going to the basement of Kane's workshop in Westmarch and selecting the Abyssal Verge. Interesting. So this is a new game mode. Looks like you have to... Your terror feeds Diablo. Run. Interesting. If you find yourself caught in the terror incarnate, you'll take damage until you have breathe your last breath. So you take damage the longer you're outside the circle, it looks like. Once the darkness has all but covered any potential avenue of escape, the final boss will spawn and attempt to put you out of your misery. Hey, shout out to me. Kill this boss monstrosity and flee through the portal to emerge victorious. Okay. So you can see that based on what you scored, you get some rewards and maybe a rune or work towards a rune. Very cool. All right, what else we got? So survive Castle Iraban and read the rewards. Okay, wow, look at all those chests. That's actually a cool picture. Searching for treasure jeeps within the hellish castle is the key to emerging victorious. Make haste. This actually just looks like the other castle that we used to play in. The higher your danger level, the greater the reward. Okay. Hold on. You will have a limited time to explore the castle and uncover hidden chests. Each chest you find increases the amount of time that you have to stay in it. Okay. But it also increases your danger level, a measure of the challenges you'll face. Okay. So basically run around as fast as you can with a Tempest, obviously, not a monk, and then get as many chests as you can to make the time stay longer, similar to like the towers that we have now. Whoa. Is that Diablo? Your danger meter seen on the left hand side of your screen displays your progress in covering these chests and uncovering these chests. Once you've reached level 6 of 8 in your danger meter, the final chest will spawn. You will only have a short amount of time to search the castle for the last concealed chest, during which an avatar of terror hunts you down. Interesting. Should you perish within the castle walls, you'll only receive a portion of the rewards from the final chest. Leaving it will grant you all of your spoils. So if you manage to emerge from the depths with your life, you may earn its items that include our newest pool of affixes, as well as the new runes for your trials. Very cool. So it took about 3 minutes, it looks like, 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Danger level achieved 3, so not that high. And they got very small rewards, so you want to be in there longer, for sure. To begin your hunt, speak to Rayek in Westmarch and complete a prerequisite quest to open the portal to Ereban. And then it looks like you need this. Okay, you can earn more runes by collecting abyssal essences within the 2 new terror realms of the Abyssal Verge and Ereban. Rayek has taken a keen interest in it. Collecting enough, and he'll be able to harness the power to craft random runes. Oh, okay. So you can actually just go to him to craft these. So can you just farm this? It kind of sounds like this is farmable. I like that. Okay, so 2 new PvE modes that are essentially farmable. This sounds cool. I don't know if there's going to be a limit of how many you can do. I don't see anything that would indicate that, but this seems really awesome. I'm hyped. This is cool. All right, so new legendary gems. Okay. So 3 new legendary gems. The below values each reflect their power max rank. So Storm Vault. Dealing damage conjures a storm of the enemies at the enemy's location that pursues enemies for 6 seconds, continually deals 50% base damage plus 203 every 0.5 seconds to all nearby enemies. Cannot occur more often than once every 20 seconds. The storm also unleashes lightning, dealing 24% base damage per second to all nearby enemies and slowing them by 10%. Okay. Dealing damage. Okay, so it'll just always populate. I mean, it's definitely good. All right, Storm Vault. This is a 2-star. Wait, no. Mossthorn. Taking damage activates Mossthorn. This is a defensive one. While active, each attack you receive triggers a retaliatory piercing thorn no more than once every 0.5 seconds, dealing 50% base damage plus 201 to enemies. Cannot activate more often than once per 20 seconds. And then while active, damage you take is reduced by 8%. Wow. That's like a really good gem, like for PvP, especially for like a low spender or like a free to play, like something to work towards. The Mossthorn that's a good defensive 2-star gem. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, cool. Last one is the 1-star. So Lucent Watcher reduces the duration of loss of control effects on you by 24%. While suffering loss of control effects, the damage you take is reduced by 4%. Wow, interesting. All right, and then we're getting another one. Storm Vault Legendary Gem Vault. Wait, where did I see Vault? Gem Gift. That's the new one, right? Yeah. All right. We've arranged. All right, so wait. Starting on June 13th through June 20th, claim the 5-star Vault, Storm Vault. That's where I got the Vault from. Legendary Gem is a gift to celebrate the anniversary of Diablo Immortal. That's awesome. Cool. Must log in between June 13th through 20th or 30th in order to obtain it. With a character level 11 or higher, limit 1 per account, not one per person, but 1 per account. So if you have multiple alts on your account, you can only get on one. So make sure you pick it up on your main. If you want, you can modify your drop table from the 13th to the 4th of July for the new, whatever you, it's the same one we always get. So the 50% chance of getting the new one. Legendary Gem Trial will also be available for it. And the new Inferno difficulties. Okay, so this shows what we want. So Inferno 1 is Paragon levels 300 to 499. I just hit 300 yesterday. And the combat rating recommended is 30,920, which still feels low. Or does it? I can't remember now. I don't even know what I'm at. Let me pull up in the game. But while I do that, we'll keep reading. I think that feels low, right? Am I losing my mind? So 400, 500 makes sense. Paragon updates. Okay, so this is the activating legendary Paragon skill. So this is the bottom one that you can activate. So those strong enough to endure the Inferno are shaped by it. Alongside Inferno difficulty 1 through 3, we are introducing a legendary Paragon node to add it to active skills within a given tree. The legendary Paragon skill will go into a unique 6 Paragon slot. So this is actually different than what we tested when we were at Blizzard. But this is really cool. Okay. And this is the one that we did play with a little bit. So our newest Paragon tree is called Binger, and it opens at Paragon level 300. This tree will hold 15 new nodes to customize your builds. The new skills aid you in the ways of stealth, quick movement, and defense. Whether you want to avoid traps from monsters, move in the shadows, or stand against the fiercest strikes from your enemies, has skills of all builds. Okay, cool. Quick Step, Spree, Savage Urge, a Fatal Urge, and Illusory Strides are among the best skills to use. Okay. Oh, for these new gameplays, try them out and let you know what you think. That makes sense, actually, since you need to be able to run fast. I mean, so my power in game is 36,000, so that is low. 30,000 is very low, like very, very, very low. Interesting. So you're probably gonna have people pre-farming or like farming Inferno 2, I would assume. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that more later. All right, so this new Paragon system makes sense with the introduction of the new game modes that require you to have a lot more speed. So get your speedy builds out. Yeah, they're going to be needed. And then in addition to that, these new legendary Paragon talents. Seems pretty cool. Okay. New magic affixes. To complement the castle and whatever, we have created many affixes to help you master these two unique modes. These affixes center around 7 unique traits that complement any build, but also specifically make your runs through these new game modes more efficient. The new affixes can boost your skill range, increase your movement speed, maximize your dash skills, reduce incoming damage, and more. They also can stack up to 3 times to increase their potency. Additionally, there are rare affixes that take the base affix potential to the max. Dude, too early for me to read. Players can find these affixes on items that drop in these 2 new places. All right, so we got that Phantom Gallery. So this is the thing where you can use orbs to do this and get all these fun things: legendary crest, gem power, 3-star storm vaults, 15 legendary crests, 25 legendary crests, masterwork gems chest. If you spend in the game, you get a ton of good stuff out of this, so it would be worth it if you're spending. If you're not, then don't. There you go. Resonance system updates and rewards. With this major update, we are making some changes to the resonance system. All right, resonance system. Items awakening slot will now unlock at gem rank 5. Perfect, making it accessible much earlier than gem rank 10 in the current system. This should help you improve your builds much earlier. Agreed. It's also going to push people to, I think, more rank 5s, which is probably the real intent here, because it's not unrealistic to get all your gems to rank 5 eventually, even as a free-to-play. Eventually, I said. Eventually. So with resonance changes, we're introducing a new resonance system that allows you to use up to 16 legendary gems of your choice and unlock 2 new wing sets. It unlocks at 8,000 resonance levels and allows you to slot up to 16 legendary gems and provides you resonance at greatly reduced power. And then at 10k, each class will also unlock a unique ultimate skill. Okay. Interesting. I don't know how that's going to impact PvP. It is an ultimate, so it's not like a skill you can use all the time, but definitely interesting. New wings can be unlocked at resonance level 9k and a resonance level 11k. Okay, that's it. We'll cover my thoughts on this separately. I think overall, I mean, look at that, 600%. Jesus, it's the whales are going to get much stronger. Yeah. But anyway, we'll cover that separately. And I don't mean that from like my point of view that it'll be a bad thing. I think that other people that I know that are whales that don't plan on whaling anymore, you're going to be in a really tough spot where if you're putting BGs against someone like this who has 16 more gems with more resonance than you, even more resonance than you, like it might feel bad for all those that spend a lot of money. But anyway, we'll cover this separately. New wings can be unlocked at those 2 thresholds. Dawning Echo's gift and changes. To celebrate the resonance system now being unlocked at rank 5, we'll be giving away a free Dawning Echoes which are required. Wait a minute. You know what I just realized? If you can awake your gems at rank 5, that means you can get to this screen and actually slot additional resonance slots into your gems. Oh, so you actually, wait a minute. I didn't even think that through. So if you can awaken the slot at 5 compared to 10, you can now put the sub legendary gems in your slots, even without being at these new thresholds, which will help you get to higher. Oh, shoot. Interesting. Now keep in mind, once you open the resonance, you will be able to, you don't get as much gem power. Like you can see that these are not as much resonance as you would normally get. Like they're severely like cheaper, like dumbed down versions. But now you can at least start that process at rank 5. Dang. Okay, so yeah, I was just thinking you would get the additional attributes. You're getting the ability of socketing more gems because you're awakening them earlier. Thus making interesting. Huh. Thus making the wings easier to get to in some cases. Huh. All right, more to come. That's interesting. I did not think that way at all, but wow, that's a very interesting change. So now, okay, no, now I'm stuck on this. So now when you activate this, you get the access to putting more gem slots in here at rank 5, which means you're gonna need more 5-star legendary gems or 2-star, because I think some of them are 2-star and 5-star when you activate them. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Okay, I'm there now. I get it. It took me a minute, but I'm there. Dawning Echo's gifts. Okay. We'll be giving away a free Dawning Echo. Dawning Echoes, which are required for awakening your items, can now be purchased for 10k plat or 1k eternal orbs, same as before, which is the 1k eternal orbs. Now they're making it so you can grind it as a free-to-play, which was everyone, I think's request, so this makes a lot of sense. New Helliquary bosses. I'm not going to go into these right now, but they look absolutely beautifully sick. How many was it? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, makes sense. Purge the darkness in the Nightmare Manifest limited time event. All right, so this is complete task in game to earn Nightmare tokens. Through Nightmares are boundless. Though Nightmares are boundless, you can earn 12k tokens in a week by completing all available tasks. During the event, Nightmare tokens can be used to claim gold, enchanted dust, legendary equipment, legendary crest, and more. Cool. Oh boy. Whew, we're not even halfway through this. All right, so new legendary items are now coming out for all classes. I will probably cover this separately, maybe if I get to it. I'm really just curious on the Tempest, since that is the newest class still. So Breathtaker Shoulders. Windwalk now conjures slices of wind around you as you move, damaging and slowing nearby enemies. This will be great for farming, IMO. And then a new main hand. Squall now causes you and your Zephyrs to dash forward, damaging enemies in your path. If a bleeding enemy is struck, they will take all remaining bleed damage instantly, resetting Squall's cooldown. That sounds sick. So please tell me we have bleed. All right, next one. We do. Blade Dance now unleashes a circular wind blade, dealing damage and causing enemies to bleed. Okay. Interesting. All right, so Pants Crosswinds also causes enemies to bleed, dealing damage for 5 seconds. This one's more realistic because you could use some of the existing offhands to make Crosswinds just buff your primary attack, so that way you could just jump on somebody with your primary attack and then buff your primaries with Crosswinds, make them bleed, and then get your Squall reset. And, oh yeah, good lord. Talk about make it a bursty class even burstier. This is sick. Okay, and the Blade Dance though, my only hesitation with this is that it is more of like a skill shot where you have to like hit it like typically, but now it says unleashes a circular wind blade, so I don't know if it just hits everyone in a circle around you. That's how I interpret it, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays. Wind Edge becomes empowered after using 3 skills, causing your next primary attack to release a rendering gust, dealing damage and causing enemies to bleed. Okay, so Wind Edge also does it offhand. Empowered after using 3 skills, causing your next primary attack to release a rendering gust, dealing damage. Okay, so now Wind Edge can also make people bleed. Interesting. After using 3 skills. Squall also increases your damage by oh my god. Okay, damn. So you definitely want the chest, offhand, main hand, and probably, I mean, you probably want all of them, but Blade Dance one I don't know about. Everything else looks really, really good. I don't know about Windwalk. That one could be good for farming, but everything else is good for like PvP, and I can't wait to try that out. New set items. Okay, Prayer. This is the one that was about freezing, I think. All right, so your damage is increased by 15% when attacking chilled enemies and by 30% when attacking frozen enemies. Bosses immune to chill and freeze effects will become marked, triggering these bonuses. Oh, interesting. That's going to change a lot of builds because this is going to make it so you do a lot more damage to bosses with this. Interesting. 4-piece bonus. You have a 30% chance to freeze already chilled enemies for 3 seconds. When applying any additional chill to them, cannot freeze the same enemy player more often than once every 10 seconds. Dealing damage to chilled, and to clarify, I know this is only with their chilled or frozen. I'm aware, but I'm just saying, like, if you have chill or freeze in your builds, then this could be really, really good. Dealing damage to chilled enemies grants you Mountain's Breath for 12 seconds, causing your attacks to shatter chilled or frozen enemies. Chilled enemies take increased damage. Frozen enemies takes massive damage when shattered. It cannot trigger Mountain's Breath more than once every 40 seconds. Interesting. This is the new Prodigy's Path Phantom Market. It'll be active June 13th through July 13th. The cosmetic set includes Heavenly Wings, which are affected by the power of your resonance level. Leave your enemies in a trail of ethereal light using properties, skills, streak, blah, 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 blah. It looks so good. The wing appearance is sick. Move effect, idle effect, cosmetic emo, cross class, kill streak UI, PvP kill streak. Very, very cool. Okay. Relive completed quest. Okay. If you want to do that, you can. Find new tomes of the Adventure Chronicles. We've scattered 10 new lore books throughout Sanctuary. Once you found them, they'll be accessible through the Adventure Chronicle menu in the Kane's Workshop. Tempest storms into Survivor's Bane. Wait, the field in Survivor's Bane has been seen new fog rolling in. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay. New gameplay modifier to Survivor's Bane. This modifier is called Boss Mode. While it is active, as you might guess, bosses spawn more frequently while in Endless Mode. Interesting. Okay, Boss Mode. So obviously, as you stack all these, it'll be harder and harder. That's pretty cool, though. The Gold Savvy have heard whispers of increased treasure goblin activity on their hunts. You may even encounter the entire horde of treasure goblins, but it's unlikely that you'll see them in the Shahar Sea. Okay. We're also updating the selection buff to start the match. You'll have 2 chances to re-roll your buffs once the game has started. Oh, cool. Interesting. Returning events, Survivor's Bane, Alley of Blood, Trial of the Hordes, all clans on deck, Adventure's Path, featured updates, upcoming server merges. In our next content update, which is coming in about 2 weeks, we will introduce another wave of server merges. Okay. Curse gear optimization. With the removal of ancestral items earlier this year, we are making improvements to cursed items. Did they actually say they were removing them, though? As for this update, we are removing all negative effects from cursed items and retaining only the attribute as a set. Even with the negative stats removed from cursed gear, they still will not be more powerful than legendary gear. Fair. Oblivion Pillar and Hellslayer Bounty updates. We are significantly increasing the drop chances for earning legendary items for rewards by completing Oblivion Pillars or Hellslayer Bounties. The drop rate will be one of the best ways to earn more items. This drop rate will be one of the best ways, and will be one of the best ways to earn incredibly powerful legendary items. Okay, so now it's actually worth doing these now. For Terror Rifts, if you don't receive a Terror Essence from the first 3 towers you complete, you're guaranteed to get a Terror Essence on completing your next tower. So you are guaranteed a Terror Essence at least once every 4 towers. Paragon Tree quality of life changes. We made a few changes to Paragon Tree to improve their quality of life. The colors have been tweaked for better visibility. We made it easier to replace active Paragon skills without needing to deactivate it. Additionally, you'll be able to more easily navigate between Paragon trees with gestures while playing on mobile. Double tapping on a node will also quickly activate it. Okay, cool. Removal of ancestral and invocation items. To be a more friendly system for players, we are decoupling the ancestral blessing attributes, and from ancestral weapons, existing ancestral items will return to your inventory. Interesting. All gameplay that would award ancestral equipment will now drop curse items as a replace for the... Okay, so they're just getting rid of them altogether. Battleground stat compression. Oh boy. All right, we are updating stat compression tuning to better ensure participants in the mode are on more level playing field. Players above certain health and damage stats will be affected by this compression while engaging in Battleground. As with our previous rounds of Battleground stat compression tuning earlier this year, we aimed this compression at players who far exceed the average damage and health stats among Battleground participants, so this mode continues to be fun and allow more of our community to shine. Then why buy the power is what people are going to say. Yikes. Okay, and now we got class balances: Barb, Blood Knight, Crusader, Demon Hunter, Monk. Again, I can't cover all this right now. I'll probably cover this in a different one. Helliquary Gauntlet update. A new Helliquary Gauntlet is being able to add for Inferno difficulties. Completion of all 3 difficulties or tiers of Howard Tier Cosmetic. Clothing Weapon, Armor, and Portal. Will you accept the challenge? This is expiring on December 13th. Okay, cool. We have a lot of time. Looks like the highest one is at 31.6. Is that right though? Oh no, 39. There it is. Okay. Inferno 1 gauntlet is 2, and then we got 4 and then 4. Okay. Loadouts for reforged items. We're including the ability to unlock one additional loadout for reforged items in the blacksmith. You'll unlock a loadout for free after reforging 240 times. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna be honest. Challenge risk level increased by 50. Get those first clear rewards. Clearing the cobwebs bounty changes. What? We have reduced the number of spider kills needed to complete the clearing the cobwebs bounty in Ashford Cemetery. That's funny. First kill of the day changes for players who have created a new character after the regular scheduled maintenance on June 13th. New players have access to new bounty bonus rewards for login during the first week of playing in game. Rewards include 3 legendary items that will have complementary affixes, unlocking new build possibilities as they level. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Familiar changes. We noticed that many familiars attacks would fail, so we're optimizing their combat to be more effective. That's a good change. I love that. New achievements. All right. In tandem with this major update, we are releasing new achievements to be earned. There are over 30 new achievements to be earned across duels, runes, and abyssal, and the new stuff. Cool. Hero's Journey updates. 1 through 6 will be reset. Players will be getting on chapter 1 again. All players have new chapters to complete. Okay, cool. You can get a frame. On release, chapters 1 through 4 will be available. Chapters 5 and 6 are ranging in a later date. And then we got Codex and Conquest updates. We're updating the Codex and Conquest in light of the recent changes, levels, and the Inferno difficulties in game. All right, my goodness, this was a huge update. Cannot wait to get my hands on it. A lot to think about. The resonance changes is probably the biggest one because I misunderstood it yesterday when I was reading it. So yeah, you will literally be able to slot additional legendary gems at rank 5 instead of rank 10, allowing for everyone essentially, regardless, for either 2-star or 5-star gems to really get more resonance. Not a lot because again, it's at that like discounted rate, but still, that's really cool. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, guys. I have to go to work, so I will talk about this and so much more in a video very soon. Take it easy.